Okay then. So in this session, we'll discuss about enhancements, and we'll see how to create the enhancements in SAP ABAP. So first, tell me what is the enhancement?
Change or modify.
Change or add the code without disturbing any standard code.
Okay. So what is the enhancement? So in SAP ABAP, enhancements are used to add the additional features to the standard
Existing.
applications, standard SAP applications without changing the standard functionality. So here we are not going to disturb the existing functionality of the application, but we are going to add few additional features, few additional options to the standard applications, right? That's what enhancement
Yes, sir.
is. What are the different types of enhancements we have in SAP ABAP? To enhance any standard program, okay? To enhance any standard program or standard application. Can you guys tell me an example for a standard application? Can you guys tell me one standard application in SAP? What is VA01?
Sales order to
It
create
is to create the sales order. This standard application is used to create the
sales
new
order.
sales orders, right?
Yes, sir.
VA02, it is a standard application to change the existing sales orders. VA03 is to display the existing sales orders in SAP system, right?
Yes,
Similarly,
sir.
ME21N. What is ME21N? ME21N. This is to create the purchase order. Okay. ME21N is to create the purchase order, and ME22N is to change the purchase order, and ME23N is to display the purchase order. This is the screen to display the purchase order. These are all standard
So please
applications.
share the screen, sir.
I'm sorry.
We are not able to see your screen.
Okay. So these are all the standard applications. Okay. So this is to create the purchase order. ME21N. This is to create the purchase order. Right? This is a standard application provided by SAP. So here, if I need any additional options or additional features to this application, what can I do? Can I change the standard application? No, we can enhance it. We can enhance it with additional options. We can enhance the new screen fields. You can add one more tab here. Along with all these tabs, you can add one more customer data tab, custom data tab, right? You can add one more field, right? You can add some validation. You can do some source code validations. You can perform all those enhancements to the standard applications, and we are not going to change the standard functionality. Okay. So these are few examples for standard applications: sales order, purchase order, delivery, VL01N. So this is to create the outbound delivery for any specific order. Order might be a sales order. Okay. So these are all standard applications. So by using enhancement technique, we can enhance the standard applications with additional features along with the existing functionality. Okay, clear? So we have different approaches in SAP ABAP to enhance the standard applications. They are user exits, second one customer exits, third one BADI, and fourth one enhancement framework. In enhancement framework, we have two types of enhancements: implicit enhancement and explicit enhancement. We'll see one by each option one by one. Okay, everyone got it right? What is the
Yes,
enhancement
sir.
and how we are going to do the enhancement? Enhancement is to add the additional features to the standard SAP applications without changing or without
Standard
disturbing
function.
the existing standard functionality, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
few examples for standard applications are sales order create VA01, purchase order create ME21N, VL01 is to create the delivery. These are all standard applications. Like that, we have many applications. To enhance any standard application, we need to use these enhancement techniques. First, let's see what is user exit. User exits are based on subroutines available in underscore name, like this. These are all subroutines, right? I told you all the user exits are in the form of subroutines. Okay, by using form
And inform.
and form, and there will be some perform to call the subroutine,
Subroutine.
right? So where do these subroutines are available? Available in standard programs. Okay,
Okay, sir.
need access key to change the not change to add. So what do we need to add any custom code to the user exit?
Access.
We need access
Access
key
key.
because subroutines are part of standard programs. When you are going to change the subroutine, that means you are going to change the standard program.
Adapt.
To change the standard program, you need a access
Access.
key, right? Only
Yes, sir.
authorized people will get that access key to change the subroutines, right?
Yes, sir.
And these are based on procedural programming. Subroutines also based on normal
Procedural.
procedural oriented programming approach. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay. Multiple implementations are not possible. Only one implementations will be possible in the subroutine because in one subroutine How many logics you can implement?
One logic, sir.
For example,
Using
after some time, user 2 needs to write some additional logic. Can he create or can he separate? Can we use a separate subroutine for the same logic? No, he needs to add logic to the same subroutine. Okay,
okay, sir.
he needs to add the code to the same subroutine. It won't allow him to create his own additional subroutine to add the custom logic. Okay, now how to find? So to enhance any standard application, what we need to use, the one of the available option is user exit, right? So
Yes,
where
sir.
can we find this user exit to enhance any standard application? Let's check that now. Let's say we need to enhance, what is this transaction code? Outbound delivery, VL01. VL01 is to create the delivery document. When the delivery will happen, when the delivery record will be created,
Order is create.
after order, right? Sales order creation, right?
Yes. Yes.
Relate with your real-time examples. When you ordered something in Amazon or Flipkart, what will happen? First, it will create the order, right?
Yes, sir.
Then,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
for your order, delivery record will be created with expected delivery date, communication address, and everything, right? Who is the customer? And everything will be included in the delivery for that particular sales order, right?
Yes, sir.
One sales order might contain a single delivery or multiple delivery records also. Okay, because one order, whatever the products you ordered, might be delivered in a single package or in multiple
Multiple
packages with
package.
multiple different delivery dates. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so corresponding to the sales order, delivery records will be created. What is the transaction code for delivery, outbound delivery?
VL01.
VL01 is to create, VL02 is to change, VL03 is to display, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
let's say our customer or our client is expecting some additional logic or additional functionality should be included in the standard transaction code VL01, right? Can we go to the program and write the additional functionality? No, right? Because it's a standard application. We cannot change it. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But to add that additional code or additional logic, what are the options we have? One of the available option is user exits,
USEREXIT.
right? So we'll
Yes,
see
sir.
later which one is advanced, which one is recommended. We'll discuss that later. Okay? What is the recommended approach to be followed? What is the advanced one? We'll discuss that later. But we'll see the first basic available option, that is user exits. How to find that user exit for this program? The place where you need to write your code. For that, what you need? First, you need know the transaction code. VL01 is my transaction code. This is the screen, right? This is the front end screen, and every screen will have a program. Okay, where can you find that program? In system, open the transaction code and go to system status. Now observe this. This is the transaction code VL01. What is the program? This is the standard program. You can open this in SC38 or you can double click on this. Double click. So this is the program for VL01N transaction code. What you can see, all many include programs, right?
Yes, sir.
If
Sure.
subroutine is if user exits are available, if SAP provided the user exits to enhance the additional code, user exit should be available somewhere here in this include programs, right? But why SAP should provide these user exits or any other enhancement options? Why should SAP provide all these options to enhance the standard code? Because SAP SAP is providing a common standard business functionality, right? For all the different clients. But that is not 100% same, right? In every client and or in every business.
Yes, sir.
Every business have their own validations, their own business process, which is slightly different from other business, right?
Yes, sir.
But SAP cannot implement everything 100% suitable solution for every client, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So what SAP did, SAP provided most commonly used standard functionality, and for any custom functionalities specific to that particular business or particular the client, what SAP has provided?
Access to have extra
Enhancements.
enhancements.
SAP provided the option like enhancements. By using enhancements,
We can
developer
add.
or ABAP developer can add or can create functionalities, additional functionalities for the standard applications without disturbing the standard
Standard
functionalities. One of the available option is user exit.
user exit.
But this is my program. This is the standard program for VL01N. That is to create the outbound delivery. But where are these user exits? There are a lot of programs here. Somewhere in between these programs, those user exits might be available, right? What is the user exit? In which form it will be?
Subroutine form.
Subroutine, right? It will
Yes,
be in the
sir.
form of subroutine. How to find a user exit for a standard program? First, go to the standard program. You know how to go to standard program. Go to system, open the transaction code, go to system, status.
Status.
It will show the program name here. Double click on this. The other alternate way is, I'll show you. Go to SC93. What is SC93? It is the transaction code to maintain the transactions,
TM.
right? Now enter the transaction code. Go to SC93 and enter the transaction code and click on display. Here you can create custom transaction codes also for your report programs.
Okay.
This is your program. This is the standard transaction code and this is the program. Double click on the program. It is the same program, whatever you are able to see in the system status. This is the alternative way to find the program name for the transaction code. Same
Okay.
way.
Sir, it's
Yes.
VL zero.
Sorry.
Sir, it's a transaction code VL01. We select status. Already created the program.
Because they are standard transaction codes, right?
Then, okay.
Standard are provided by SAP, right?
Okay.
They're already available. If you need to create a custom transaction code, then you need to create starts with Z. For example, Z demo
Right.
report, and you need to assign a program. Which program
Okay.
you want to trigger for this transaction code? Okay,
Okay.
we'll see how to create a custom transaction codes. It's very simple. Okay, but to find the program, enter the transaction code
VL0.
and click on display. It will show the program configured for the transaction code. Double click. Now let's try to find the user exits available for this standard program. So user exits are available, but that doesn't mean that user exits are available for every program. Okay, user exits may
Okay, sir.
not be available for every transaction code and every standard program. SAP may not provided that user exit option for every program and every transaction code. They are available for only few programs and few programs. Okay. First, we need to make sure whether it is available or not. Let's try to find how we can find it. This is the main program, right? This is the main program. I'll just try to use like this
Exits.
user exit. Cannot find user exit. I'll remove the space and try. There is one hint here. What is this? Form routines. I think it is in German for something. It is in German language, right? Form routine for user exits. So these are all. It is saying that these all includes are for subroutine. Sorry, user exits. Double click on one include. What you can find here? Form user exit.
Form name.
So there is one user exit here. User exit
Determination.
underscore batch determination. This is one user exit. In between, some code is implemented here. There is one more user exit. User exit LGORT determination. Some code you can write here in between the form and end form. Check the other include. User exit delete document. User exit move field to LIKP. User exit move field to LIPS. User exit number range. User exit read document. User exit save document. User exit save document prepare. Refresh document. So you can easily understand, like they have provided some functionality also. What is the use of that particular subroutine? If you check this, save document, user exit save document. What is the functionality? This user exit can be used to save the
Data.
data in additional
Horizontal.
tables when document is saved. So whenever this outbound delivery is going to be saved, right? If you want to save the data in any custom tables or custom functionalities, if you want to execute, after saving the document, this user exit will execute. Okay. So in between form and end form, you can implement that relevant functionality. Depends on your requirement. You have to choose relevant user exit. Okay. So this is one way of finding the user exits. The other way is open the program, go to this magnifier symbol, plus symbol. Click on this. Click on this and search for the user exits. What is the starting keyword for user exits? User exit underscore, right? User exit underscore. Let's try to search for this in the program. Yeah. Now, so these are all the user exits. Perform, right? So these user exits are calling using perform, but you can find the definitions. Scroll down with the form and end form.
Yes.
Same include, I think. This one. Delete document, move field to LIPS, read document, save document. So here you can write your code here. Okay, in between form and end form. Depends on the requirement. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
But can we change it? To write the logic, we need to change it, right? Try changing this program. So make repairs in foreign namespace only if they are urgent. So it's a warning or information message. It is saying that whenever you see this, when you see this, when you are trying to change the standard functionality. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and it depends on the system configurations. In some systems they'll strictly not allow any this kind of changes. Click on continue. Even though click on change, it's not available, right? In the change mode. So these are not available in change mode. It's not allowing me to type. Okay. To implement this, we need special privileges to with some access key to write the logic. Okay. We have an alternative way. We have an alternative way without having any access key or anything. We have an alternative way, but that is advanced that comes under enhancement framework. So we can create implicit enhancements. Implicit enhancements are nothing but here that they are the part of enhancement framework where these implicit enhancements are available, starting of the subroutine, end of the subroutine, and end of the program. They are available. Anyway, I'll show you that later. But for now, just observe. So these are the user exits where you can create the implementation. Okay. Let me set some breakpoint and check. See, VL01, VL02, VL03, most of the times same subroutines will trigger. Let me open VL02 to check, sorry, VL02N, right? VL02N. Let me select one delivery document. I will search any existing delivery documents. The other alternative is you need to open the transaction code.
ST93.
You need to open the transaction code and press /H to trigger the debugger, and you need to start debugging the standard code until you are able to find the user exit one by one.
Okay.
That will take time, right? So description, I'll change the description of this delivery document. I'll click on save. Ideally, our breakpoint should trigger if that user exit is going to execute for that standard functionality. Yes, I kept the breakpoint. This user exit is triggering for the VL02N functionality so that you can implement the custom logic. So it will execute after save. Okay. When you are saving the delivery document, this custom functionality will also work. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you can make sure before going to implement the user exit, right? You can just keep a breakpoint here and make sure that user exit is actually triggering, right? Otherwise, if you implement the functionality here and that is not triggering for that particular save action, then it is not useful, right? So before going to implement it, just keep a breakpoint and just execute the standard transaction code to check whether that particular user exit is triggering or
Triggering.
not. Now I
Okay,
am in
sir.
debugger mode. Go to globals. Globals, you can see all global data, right? Global internal tables data. These are all global internal tables,
Yes, sir.
right? So what are the tables for delivery?
LIKP,
LIKP and LIPS. If you observe this,
LIPS.
this is the delivery document table, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the delivery document table. There should be some other internal table for
VBP. Oh,
VBPA, yeah, XLIPS. This for
okay.
item data, delivery item data. Delivery item data might contain more than one record, right?
Yes, sir. Sir.
So wherever you see these X structures, right? XVBAK, XLIKP, all this data is coming from the screen entered by the user. Okay,
Okay.
you can take that as input and write your custom functionality. Okay,
Okay, sir.
XLIPS, use this table symbol. There is only one item for this delivery document. That's why there is only one record with item number 10, right? This is the data which I've added,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Newly added. Is this available in the standard table or the standard record?
No, sir.
Go and check
One strawberry.
VBLN, go to SC11.
034.
Table is LIPS. This is the delivery document. Here also it is VBLN. That doesn't mean that it's a sales order number. It is a delivery number. Please remember. Okay. In
Okay, sir.
LIPS, VBLN is not a sales order number. It is a delivery number. Both are different.
Delivery.
You know how to link sales order and delivery. There are common fields. VGPOS or something. I'll show you. So this is the record, item level record, delivery item record. Let's see what is the description available here. It is just strawberry, right? But
Yes,
here
sir.
user updated it to a different value, but that is not yet reflected in the SAP, right? This value is not
Yes.
yet updated to SAP, right? After executing all these user exits, after executing all your custom logic, the data will be updated. Okay. Before that, you can validate here. You can write your validations, right? If you want to restrict any value, or if you want to restrict any master data or anything, if you want to do validation, you can write the validation here before saving, right? User exit save document, and you can raise any error messages if there is something wrong with the data entered by the user, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So whenever you are debugging the standard programs, right, you can see most of these X structures. X structures nothing but whatever the data entered in the screen, those will be populated to the structures, right? They might be internal table or work area. To check that, use this brackets XLIKP. LIKP header record is always only single record, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's check with the Bangalore brackets.
One.
It's only one record, but there is no chance of multiple records for header data, right? For LIPS, there is a possibility of multiple records, item level data. Now click on, so I completed the transaction code, refresh, the value is updated here. So before going to save the delivery document, if you want to do any validations, if you want to add any additional logic, right? Where you can do that, one of the available option is user exits. If they are available, if user exits are not available, then we have to go for alternative enhancement technique, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here we are able to find hundreds of user exits, But how you are able to identify a suitable user exit? Keep a breakpoint, execute the standard transaction code, and check the data what is coming here, and conclude, is it suitable for your requirement or not? Okay, clear?
Okay, sir.
So
Yes,
the
sir.
process is same for every program or any standard application. And the other alternative, go to VL01 or VL02N to find the user exits. What you need to do? Enter the value, click on, or maybe before save, right? We need to perform something before save the document, right? Now use /h. What is /h? It
Debugging.
will switch on the debugger. Now click on save.
Debug.
Now click on save. Now it will trigger all the code which will execute after save. And you need to debug all these programs, right? Yeah, because we already set this breakpoint. It is triggered, right?
Yes, sir.
In this way, you need to trigger, you need to debug a lot of code. First, you can try the shortcuts, and if you are not able to find anything, and you can go with the debugging. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But user exits are subroutines, so based on subroutines, and they need access key to modify or to add the code. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But we have advanced enhancement options, so we can give least priority to subroutines. But sometimes we should implement subroutines, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
the second option available is customer exits. So here, customer exits also available. What is a customer exit? Customer exit is also a procedural programming approach. It follows procedural programming approach. It uses function modules to add the custom code. User exits only, in user exits only single implementation is possible. Multiple implementations are not possible. But here in customer exits, access key is not required. We don't need the access key because we are not going to change the standard code, just like subroutine program. In subroutines, in user exits, we are going to change the standard include program, right? But here in customer exits, we are not going to change the standard include programs. So it will provide one function module. In that function module, we'll add our custom code, right?
Okay, sir.
So here we have two important transaction codes, SMOD and CMOD.
CMOD.
SMOD is
Standard
to find
modification.
the customer exit, and CMOD is to create the project for that customer exit. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, how to find the customer exit? Here also, open the program, find the package name,
Package.
and go to SMOD, click on F4 and enter package and search. So it will provide all the customer exits available for that particular standard transaction code. Then depends on the requirement, you have to implement a suitable customer exit and create the project in which transaction code? CMOD, right? Now let's
Yes,
check how
sir.
to find the customer exits. Let's check for same transaction code VL01 or VL02, VL01N or VL02N, outbound delivery. The alternative, I don't want to go for like, let's say there is no user exit available. There is no user exit available. Let me check for customer exits. Here I am not going to disturb any standard code, no access key required. So customer exits are
Yes, sir.
better than user exits. Okay, customer
Okay,
exits are
sir.
better than user exits because we don't need access key and we are not going to disturb any standard code or standard program, right? So in user exits also
Yes.
we are not changing any standard code, right? But the user exits are available in standard include program, right?
Yes,
So we
sir.
are going to change that. We need change that access include program. For that we need a access key, right? But they are empty subroutines. They are empty subroutines in one include program. But to change that include program, we need a access key. But here in customer exits, we don't need access key. So each customer exit will have a function module, one or more function modules. So inside a function module, we can write our custom logic.
Code.
Now, how to find a customer exit? Let me open the transaction code first. I'll open VL02N, change a delivery document. But mostly 1, 2, 3 transactions will contain common user exits or customer exits. Go to system, status. You know the alternative way to find the program name in SC93. Go to the
Yes, sir.
program. If you go to attributes of this program, you can find the package name. Go to attributes, copy the package name, go to SMOD, and click on F4. Click on F4 here in the enhancements. Click on F4. These are all previous searches. Ignore this and go to information system. Click on information system and enter the package name and click on continue. So what are these? All customer exits available
Exit next.
for that package. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's select one package and check. Let me select this. Sorry, not package. Exit.
Exit
Select
next.
this. Click on display. Go to components. What you can see here?
Function module
Exit
name.
underscore something, some name, right? So you might have multiple function modules also in the same customer exit, right? Double
Yes,
click
sir.
on the function module. What does a function module contains?
Import and
Import, export parameters, right?
change content.
Observe
Yes,
what
sir.
are the import and export parameters, right? And here we have only one parameter, that is LNK, LKNVV. I don't know K. What is that? What is the reference table? KNVV. Customer master sales data. It's a table for customer master sales data. If your functionality is anything related to this, where you need to access this table data, So you can create your implementation in this customer exit because we have a parameter with that type, right? And you have to observe all the importing exporting parameters if they are suitable for your custom requirement or not, for your custom logic or not. If they are suitable, implement the customer exit. Otherwise, check the other customer exits available. Now where you are going to write the code, not actually inside the function module. Inside the function module we have a include program.
Include.
It's a empty include program. It is a custom empty include program. SAP provides this empty include program. Program name ZX are reserved for exit function group. If you click on enter, it's a warning message. If you click on enter,
Yes, sir.
include does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes. Create this include program. Assign to a package, proper package. Now you can add your custom logic here. Okay. And activate your include program. This is a custom program, right? You don't need any access key to write the code here. You can use these function modules importing parameters to access the data entered in the transaction code, and you can write your logic here by changing the include program, right? Clear? Once your logic is completed, we need to activate this customer exit. How to activate this customer exit? So you have added your custom logic, but that is not going to be executed along with this along with your standard programs. To activate that, what you need to do? You need to add it to the project. Copy this customer exit. What is the transaction code to create the project? CMOD.
CMOD.
CMOD. If there is any existing project, you can add it to existing project. Please observe, customer exits cannot be added to multiple projects at the same time. One customer exit cannot be added to multiple projects. You can add one customer exit to only one project, right?
Okay, sir.
That's why we are saying that it is having only single implementation. Okay.
Mm.
Now,
Yes. Okay, sir.
so this is the project, available project. You can also create your own project if there is no existing projects in the system. I'm changing this project. Go to components. So these are all inactive. These are all in red, right? Someone added a customer exit, but they did not activate. Go to enhancement assignments. I'll show you again. Click on create or change. Go to enhancement assignments. There are multiple customer exits are added to this project. Let's add our customer exit. Whatever we created, enter. Now go to components. Yes. What is your customer exit? This one, right?
Exit. Yes, sir.
It is in red. That means it is inactive. Select this and click on activate. All are
Oh,
all customer exits are activated. Go back and activate your project. Now, whatever the functionality implemented inside the customer exit should be executed along with that standard transaction code. As long as this project is active. Okay. If you want to disable that functionality, custom functionality, for some reason you don't want that custom functionality anymore, what you need to do? Just go to the project and disable it. Okay. Your functionality is not going to be executed along with your standard code. As long as it is active, your custom functionality will work. Okay.
okay, sir.
This is one way of finding the customer exit. There is another way, maybe a shortcut. Go to the program, find, call
Search.
customer, search in the master program, select in master program and try to find call customer function. Double click. So this is one of the user exit. Calling it in between standard program. This is one of the user exit. If you implemented this user exit and add it to the project, this function module will be activated, and this will execute along with your standard code.
Standard.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
this is another alternative to find the customer exits available for the program. Okay, you can search using call customer or call customer hyphen function. It will display all the customer exits calling in the standard program. You should use this. Okay, you can also see in other themes, you can see some binocular symbol with plus. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
It is not available because it is not implemented yet. Okay, is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, you can find in any standard transaction code. For example, if you want to find customer exits for material master, MM01, go to status, program, go here, call customer hyphen function, continue. No, no customer exits available here within this main program. Let me try again. Not available here. Let me try one more transaction code, VA01 or ME21.
10.
Anyway, it is slow. Okay, let's go to the next enhancement option. The other option available is
BDC. BADI. BADI.
BADI. BADI is called business add-in. It contains interface method. So it follows, BADI follows object-oriented programming approach, and it contains interface method. What does a customer exit contains?
Procedural programming
What does it
approach.
contains? A customer exit. When you open the customer exit, what can you see? When you open that customer exit, what you are able to find? Function module, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Inside the
Call
function
text.
module, we have a empty include program. Inside that include program, we have implemented our code. But
Yes,
in
sir.
BADIs, when you open the BADI definition, what you can find? Interface methods. What is the interface? What is the interface? What is the
Methods
interface?
without implementation.
Interface contains methods without implementation.
Yes.
So we need to create the implementation for interface methods, right? Here, multiple implementations are possible. Each user can create their own implementations. So whenever you create the BADI implementations, right, what will happen? A class will automatically create, because we can implement interface methods only through a class, right?
Yes, sir.
So for that reason, a class will be automatically generated.
Okay.
So in SC18, you can check the BADI definition. In SC19, you can create the
Can create.
implementation for that BADI definition.
Okay.
But
Okay, sir.
can we create BADI for every transaction code?
Mm,
We can create a BADI implementation when SAP provides a BADI definition for that particular transaction code for future enhancements,
okay.
right?
Okay, sir.
If SAP has provided BADI definitions for that particular transaction codes for future enhancements, then only we can
Create implementation.
create implementation for that particular BADI definition, right? But
Yes.
how many customer exits we are able to find for the one single transaction code? Multiple, right? When we go to
Yes.
SMOD, we are able to see multiple transaction codes. Similarly, there will be many BADI definitions for a single transaction code provided by SAP for different functionalities, right? To populate the default values, there might be a separate BADI definition. To execute some validation before save, there might be a separate BADI definition. Like that, every functionality will have separate BADI definitions provided by SAP. But how can we
Okay.
find that particular BADI definition available for our requirement? To find, we have multiple approaches. The first approach and the better approach is using inside that we have a
Class.
okay. So what is the available option to find the BADI definition?
CL underscore exit.
Go to CL exit handler class, go to get instance method and keep a breakpoint and execute your standard transaction
Transaction.
code. For example, if you click on save button, then breakpoint will trigger and it will display all the baddies available for that action, save action. If you
Yes,
click
sir.
on back, it will display all the baddies available for that particular action, that is back. Okay. Also,
Okay,
you
sir.
can find uh, baddies in SC80. For that, find the package the alternative way. This is alternative way, but here you can find many baddies. But all in those multiple baddies, if you want to choose a specific baddie which is suitable for your requirement, so this is the proper method using CL exit handler.
Get instance class.
Not this is a method. Okay, get instance is the method. CL exit handler is the
Class.
class. Now let's see how to find it. Let's go back to our VL02N. Let's find is there any baddies available or not. We have a few user exits available, few customer exits available. Let's try baddies are available or not. Go to system status, go to the program. First we'll see package is VL. Now go to SC80. This is SC80 object navigator. Go to package and enter your package name VL. Click on enter. These are all the objects assigned to that package. These are all the objects including programs, function modules, class methods, whatever. But what are we looking for? Available baddies,
Enhance.
right? Available baddies, right? Go to
Yes.
enhancements, BADI definitions. Okay. So these are the baddies available
What
for the
is
transaction
package?
code VL02N. There are two baddies available. Here we have only few baddies, but for few transaction codes, you can find 10 or 20 BADI definitions. It is very difficult for you to choose which one is suitable for my requirement, right? Now double click on this, it will automatically open SC18, or this is SC18 screen. If you double click on it, it will automatically open it, or otherwise you can go to copy the BADI definition and go to SC18. SC18 is to check the BADI definitions.
Definition of body.
Giving some overview. So tomorrow we'll create the objects. But these are more than enough for an interview to answer questions in an interview on enhancements. If you
Yes.
observe this class carefully. It's taking time. Okay. So go to BADI name, enter BADI definition, click on display. So SAP provided two BADI definitions for delivery, outbound delivery transaction code. Now what you can find in this BADI definition? First observe the properties. These are very important. Scroll down. Scroll down in the properties tab. What you can find here?
Multiple
Multi-use.
use.
Multiple use. That means we can
You can
create
use
multiple implementations. If this checkbox is enabled, we can say that this BADI is suitable for multiple
multiple implementation.
implementations. Okay. If it is not available, multiple implementations are not possible. We have SAP
Okay, sir.
internal BADIs. If this checkbox is selected, we cannot create the implementation. These are only for SAP internal purpose. If this checkbox
Okay.
is selected. And there is one more BADI type, that is filter dependent BADI. So this is to implement country specific implementations by using some filters. We'll see that later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, as long as it's a very important interview question, how can you say a particular BADI is available for multiple implementations or not?
By
By
checking the
checking the
check.
checkbox, by looking at the checkbox in properties tab. If that multiple use checkbox is selected, that means that BADI is available for multiple implementations. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now click on interface. What is this? This is a interface. A interface is available here. You can also open this interface name in SC24. And there are two methods
But
available: publish before commit, publish after save. Preparation of delivery after DB update, before commit. So after the database update, before commit the database changes, you can write your functionality in this interface method. Publication publication of delivery after saving. So once the delivery document is saved, and if you want to perform any activity or logic, you can implement that in publish after save method. Okay. So this contains only importing parameters. If you double click on this,
default is import.
if you double click on the interface methods, you can see some parameters, importing parameters and changing parameters. No implementation available. This doesn't contain any parameters even. If you go to methods, there are two methods: publish commit and public save. No implementation, right? SAP has
Yes,
provided
sir.
empty interface methods. Now when you create the implementation, this will be active, and you need to write your code inside these interface methods, right? So where can you create the implementation?
Say 19.
SC19. Before that, I'm saying that multiple implementations are possible, right? For a BADI definition.
Yes, sir.
In that case, there might be existing implementations created by other developers, right? There is a chance, right?
Yes, sir.
Since multiple implementations are possible, everyone can create their own implementation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, how to check existing implementations created by others? To find that, in SC18, go to implementation overview. Implementation overview. Here you can find all the existing implementations created for this BADI definition.
Okay. Okay, sir.
In implementation and overview. So whatever highlighted in yellow color, right, they are all active implementations, but these are all standard implementations. There is no custom implementation created as of now. Okay, for this BADI definition. Okay,
Okay,
to
sir.
create the implementation, it's very simple. If you know the business logic, it is very simple to create the implementation. And if you are able to find the suitable BADI, creating implementation is simple. Go to SC19, go to create implementation, click on classic BADI, provide the definition name, click on create, and here you have to follow some naming convention just to identify or just to indicate that it is a BADI implementation. I'll provide like this: uh, EI enhancement implementation. I'll give some name. Okay, I provided some implementation name as per my project naming conventions. Click on continue, provide the description. Now go to interface. If you check here, one class is automatically generating,
Yes, sir.
because to implement the interface and interface methods, we need a class,
Class.
and these interface will be automatically added to this class. Now To create the implementation, what we need to double click on the interface method. Yes. Add to proper package. If you know how to work with class methods, you're not going to do anything new here, right?
Yes, sir.
It does not contain any importing or exporting parameters. If you want to show and hide signature to display the importing and exporting, to write some functionality, I'm just writing some sample code, right?
So,
You can write any select statements, you can call function modules, you can call class methods, you can
sir,
write
Sabas is
joins.
Tell
Sabas
me
is
sticky.
spelling, sir.
Okay, you can write any code, whatever we observed as of now, loops, read statements, anything you can write here. Activate all the relevant objects created for this enhancement implementation. Okay, activate. Only difficult thing here is finding suitable BADI for your requirement, suitable BADI definition. Once you are able to find that, you can write your general ABAP code to implement the logic.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now it is active, method is active. Now go back and activate the implementation. Is this implementation active or inactive?
Inactive.
Implementation is inactive. Even though you implemented 1,000 lines of code, if this implementation is inactive, that code is not going to be executed along with the standard code.
Standard.
You need to activate this. Now implementation is active. Whatever the business logic you implemented in this BADI implementation will trigger along with the standard
Standard
logic,
application.
standard application. Now go to SE18. Now I'll check the implementation overview. Go to implementations overview. There is one implementation created. This is what the implementation, right? We created.
Yes, sir.
There are multiple implementations that will be displayed here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is how we create the implementation. For example, for some reason, you don't want to execute this standard logic in the production system. Sorry, this custom logic in the production system. What we need to do? Do we need to delete any of them? Or just go and deactivate it? Deactivate the implementation. Okay. Your custom
Okay.
functionality will not be executed in production system. You don't need to do any code changes or you don't need to do any deletions. If you want to immediately stop executing that custom logic, go and deactivate the implementation in SC19, right?
Okay, sir.
Similarly, if you want to deactivate custom logic when you are using customer exits, go to CMOD and deactivate the project. Immediately, your custom functionality will stop, will not be executed. Okay, this is how we create implementations for BADIs. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll show you exit handler. How to find suitable BADI using CL exit handler. That is the accurate method I told you, right? That is the recommended approach to find the BADIs. Now
Barish. Yes, sir.
\n VL02N. I'll go to the transaction code first. My requirement is I need to find the available BADIs when the user click on save. That means before save, I need to find the available BADIs. Or if you want the BADIs even before displaying, transaction code, you need to set the breakpoint before executing the transaction code. So then it will trigger all the BADIs available before displaying the initial screen. If my requirement
Yes.
is click
Before.
on save, after save, Then go to SC24. What is the class? What is the class? To find the baddies.
Exit handler.
CL exit handler.
Yes, sir.
This is the class. Display the class. What is the method? Get
Get
instance.
instance.
Inside the get instance method, so there is a method get class name by interface. So this will, here you can see the changing parameter exit name. So it will return the BADI definition name every time. So I'll keep the breakpoint here after case statement after executing the method. Now I kept the breakpoint. Now go to the standard code and click on save.
It will trigger.
CL exit handler get instance method is triggering. There is one definition. F7 BADI SD underscore CM. F7 BADI HU main. F7 BADI HU packing allowed. HU package quantity. HU save. HU auto pack. So all these BADI definitions are triggering after save. When user click on save, right? Delivery publish. This one we already implemented, right?
Yes, sir. SAT.
So these are the baddies triggering. Select one baddie available after save action and check the interface methods. If that interface methods contain suitable importing and changing parameters, implement that baddie definition. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Now I'll quickly show enhancement framework. The first one is implicit enhancement. When there is no user exit available, customer exit available, business add in, business baddie also not available
Um,
to implement our custom logic. SAP has not provided user exits, customer exits are baddies. Then we have to go for enhancement framework. So we'll discuss about advantages and disadvantages later, but how to find enhancement when these all the above options are not available. Go to the program. We'll remove the breakpoint. So it will trigger for every action. CL exit handler will trigger for every action. So remove the program once you are done. Now, so we are talking about enhancement framework, right?
yes, sir.
Go to program. For this, you need to debug a lot to find suitable program where you need to create that. So these enhancement framework, implicit enhancements available at the end of the program. At the end of the
Then,
program to implement the custom logic, or if you open any include program, here also they will be available at the end, right? At the end. And if it is a subroutine, for example, if you take this subroutine, in subroutines, they will be available in the beginning and at the end. If it is a subroutine, these implicit options will be available at the beginning of the subroutine, after form, and end of the subroutine, before end form. Let's check how this will be available. To find the implicit enhancement, right? Go to edit, enhancement operations, show
implicit
implicit
enhancement option.
enhancement options. Go to at the end of the program. Programs, they will be available at the end. This one, these dotted lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a implicit enhancement option available. Now go and check in the subroutines. Open one subroutine. Yeah, one option available at the beginning and one option available at the end. Okay, for every subroutine. Okay, here right click and you can create the
Enhance.
implementation and add your custom logic. Okay,
Okay.
for that first you need to debug the program and understand the logic where I need to add this enhancement. Okay,
Okay, sir.
but to find it, to find the implicit option, go to enhancement operations, show implicit enhancement.
Enhancement options.
Programs, they'll be available at the end. If it is a function module or class method, beginning and end. Function modules, class methods and subroutines. Okay, it's very simple
Okay.
to create the implementation. If you know the logic, here we should have one spiral button. One spiral button should be available if it is a different theme, but here I don't have that option because I'm using different theme. Now go to edit. There should be an option called enhance program. There is enhance. Click on enhance. Now right click on the implicit enhancement, create implementation. These are all existing ones. Creating new implementation. Provide the details. Let me create quickly. I'm giving some junk name. Continue. Save it in the package. Select your implementation created. Where is it? This one. Select and continue. Write your
Whole.
some logic. Depends on the previous values. And activate. Enhancement. Statement is not accessible because there might be some what is this subroutines available in the previous ones.
Okay, sir. It will be a.
Yeah, so usually this is how we need to create the implicit enhancement option. Once you are activated, your code will be executed along with your standard code.
Standard application.
Yeah, let me delete it.
Undo
Undo implementation.
implementation.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
that's it. That's about the implicit, and we have explicit enhancement options also, like enhancement sections and points. So we'll see one by one with examples. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so user exits, customer exits, BADI should be provided by SAP for transaction codes for future enhancements. If they are all not available, so we can use implicit enhancement options, right?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
And what is the preferable approach? The preferable approach is BADIs. As long as BADIs are available, so we can implement the BADI because it follows object-oriented methodology and multiple implementations are also possible.
Available. Possible.
If BADIs are not available, check for customer exits. Check for user
Okay, sir.
exits after that. Then
Okay.
go to implicit if any of these options are not available.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll check all these options one by one.